Hello and welcome. My name is Brian. I'm one of the ER nurses here at Upland Hills Health. I've been here for about 15 years. Many of you know me, and I know many of you. We're going to show you today our IV start kits and IV J-loops that we're using here in the emergency room that we're going to recommend that you use pre-hospital. There's several benefits, and we'll discuss those as we go. And the first thing that we're going to show you is our IV J-loop. Comes in a package. It is basically a saline lock cap on the end of a about 6-inch long IV extension tubing. Okay. It allows for more flexibility, especially at the insertion site, and securement with that. And these are what you need to use for the IV start kits that we use. You cannot use just a J-loop or a saline lock with our IV start kits. It has to be this type of device. We'll show you how to do that. The easiest way to prime these is by connecting it to the IV tubing that we have as you prime it. Do it right away, prime the whole thing as one single unit. It works much easier, and then you know that you got it primed. It connects to the end of your IV tubing. So set up a bag here. And your IV tubing may be different than ours, but it's still the same practice. You have your tubing clamped first when you prime it. Squeeze roughly half full. And then prime your tubing. But we're going to connect our J-loop. Connects at the end of your tubing, slips off, connect, twist, get a good securement. Both these twist them good and tight. And then you're just going to start flushing your tubing. Get your air bubbles out as you go. And your IV tubing is primed. At that point, you can let it rest. We're then going to show you our new IV securement devices, IV start kits. They're a full unit, has several parts in it, and individual parts that come in our IV start kits is a drape that comes in here, folds out. You can use this either to set your supplies on if you need to, or it can go underneath your insertion site for a protection against the sheets that you're using or clothing. It has a ChloraPrep swab. Instead of alcohol swabs, we're using ChloraPrep now. This device is a butterfly squeeze here. Hear the snap. And then you're going to cleanse the site 15 seconds of where you're going to be doing your insertion. The pad will moisten, and then 15 seconds of cleansing. It has a tourniquet. It has two 2x2s, 2 pieces of pre-ripped tape with a paper backing on so that it's all ready to go, and a 2-piece securement device. Step 1 and step 2 works together and provides a much more secure IV placement. A regular tegaderm will allow it to just pull out your IV. This will not allow this, and we'll show you that at the end. Okay. And now we're going to show you an IV placement and how to use all this as a combination to secure your IVs. And a couple other things that we'll add in as we go, including the blood draw and tubing of the blood afterwards. So, first thing is we're going to apply our tourniquet. Actually, prep area, on that he has right here. Clean for 15 seconds. Now let that dry, and now while it's drying. Wire tourniquet's good and tight, people. They're the best friend to get in agony, especially on the people that say they're difficult or are difficult. Place our drape underneath them here and against his clothes. Get your flash, advance about 1/8 of an inch, lead off your catheter, hold that, hear the snap. I always use a 2x2 underneath here, just helps protect and is a karma thing. Good diking is very important. Keep it clean. Do your quarter twist, release, dike, connect your syringe. We're going to draw 10 to 20 mLs of blood. Nice and slow but steady. No resistance on this one. Okay. Then after that you can release your tourniquet. It's a little loose, but keep it there. Disconnect. Take our pre-primed J-loop and IV tubing. Connect, push, hold, and twist and secure. Good and tight. Okay. At that point, you can release or remove your 2x2. Now comes our securement device, our 2-piece securement. First one has a peel back. Remove. Have an open plastic window. The whole hub here and insertion site should fit inside the clear plastic window. Push down in the clear plastic window and then on the rest of it. It has a flap underneath here. It should pull just straight off. Hold your IV tubing, push down both sides of the flaps. Next part is the smaller part. This goes underneath and over top of the first piece. It also has a 2-piece flap thing. Pull out, push down. Other side, pull out, push down. Your device is secure. Now, this will not come out. As compared to your tegaderm, if you pulled that hard up with a tegaderm on there, this would be dislodged. Okay. Now we take our 2 pieces of tape, or J-loop over, secure, and our second piece of tape up above. The other thing I want to show you is on the back of that first initial piece, there is a little piece of tape here. It says date, time, initial, catheter size. So we do want you to put this on there because our IV sites that you guys start in the field are good for 24 hours here at Upland Hills. And then we need to change them per our policy. So initial with your initials, the date, the time, and 20 gauge here is what we used. And then that peels and goes onto the side of your IV insertion site. Okay. So the biggest thing that's benefits are securement, allows for universal tubings to be used with the J-loop. Won't dislodge. It allows you guys to use a cheaper and less expensive IV tubing than what we use here at the hospital. And then we will show you as far as tubing blood. 10 mLs will work with it. If you use a little blue tube and do the red tube blast. And always get rid of your sharps. And we thank you for this presentation, and hopefully it benefits you in the future.